Alright, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It just randomly kicked me off, so hopefully that's not a sign of what's about to happen with this storm.
Man, don't put that into
You
existence.
know, our lights have been flickering for the last couple of days, so either we've got a haunted house or
I'm gonna go with the haunting.
I hope not, because that's not something I feel like dealing with right now. So anyway, we'll start this again. If you guys are in here, please let us or comment and let us know that you're here. Say hello, talk to us. It's conversation time. So we were talking about the weather. So obviously, I think they're calling for 3 inches of snow and an
They're
inch
calling
of
for
ice.
ice and snow, just a wintry mix, as they
That's so
put it.
broad. That can be just about anything. It could be
I don't know. I
sleet,
feel
like
like weather people are the only job where you could be wrong 90% of the time and still be employed because they have so much enthusiasm when they talk to you and then wake up and it's like, nothing's here.
I feel like
Schools have already
yeah.
started shutting down.
Well, to be fair, schools nowadays shut down for like a breeze. So I've never seen a school shut down in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Not when we were younger.
Nah.
You went in there and you just sweat. It doesn't matter if your air conditioner was working or not. You just went in there and sweat it out. So and hope that your classroom had a window. That's about it.
Yeah, it's different now. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that.
Keep y'all updated. If you do have to go out for whatever reason, be safe. But it's not supposed to start until midnight tonight. After midnight tonight.
I mean, it keeps changing. Like the other day, they said it was going to start around 5 o'clock this afternoon. Then they pushed it up. Then they said it's not supposed to start until midnight. So I think it's one of those things you just keep looking out the window every 30 minutes, hoping to see some snow.
Like you are when you're kids. I
Yeah.
will say, of course, and I had to go to the store just to make sure that we had a few things that we needed, and of course, everybody's gone crazy. Grab your milk and bread.
Milk, eggs, and bread. I told you, people make French toast during snowstorms.
I mean, with those ingredients, that's the only thing you can make, which you can't even make a actual. For you didn't add sugar, you didn't add cinnamon. What is she doing? Anyways, so yeah, people were starting to go nuts with that, and it's just I don't even know, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it won't be as bad as they're calling for. We still got stuff to do. We want to move to next.
The impeachment trials. So I wasn't surprised.
Nobody was surprised.
I think some people were. A lot of people were.
Who was surprised at this? Because first of all, if you're not sure what was going on with it, we had to look it up too and see what it is. I think what he was being, or what their reason for trying to impeach him was, they believe that he made comments or did something to
He incited a riot.
incited the riot on the 6th. So basically, they're going back and forth, seeing all the stuff that he's talked about, throughout the election and in the last couple weeks before then. But turns out that they decided that he did not incite this riot, and that's why he's not being impeached. That's just meaning he's not being impeached. New York has still not had their way with him yet.
Yeah, he's not being impeached for the riot incident, but the other states are still. I know Georgia and New York, as far as two, are still going to try him for just different, different crimes that they feel he committed.
New York, I think. New York is suing him and Rudy Giuliani, I think. I'm not. I can't. It's been so much going on. I'm not entirely sure for what, but there's a lot.
But with that, if you're charged for a federal crime, I don't think you can run for president.
See, that's what I figured, because everyone's like, well, we'll see him again in 2024. If you've got charges against you of that, like you said, a federal charge, I'm pretty sure you can't run a country, or you shouldn't. Let's put it that way. You shouldn't.
I'm not sure.
Who knows?
I didn't pay a lot of attention in my U.S. government class.
To be fair, it wasn't anywhere near as interesting as
what's
going on right
no.
now.
We had all this going on, and like Twitter and Instagram, and yeah, I definitely would have paid attention. But
I just don't get it. So we'll see. I mean, I guess technically the impeachment trial is over for now.
Yeah, for that particular incident.
Unless they try to find up. I mean.
No, that's done on that end.
Well.
I think now it's up to the states.
I don't think he'll serve any jail time. Did you see something today about the Trump Tower?
Yeah, they're
imploding.
Nah, they're tearing it down.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, because I saw something. All I saw was the headline that said like Trump Tower implodes on itself or whatever. I was like, oh, well, good grief. So I'm not sure. That's all I saw on that one. Okay. What is this American dream thing you keep talking
I put
about?
a post up the other day. It was just a meme, just just saying how the dream, like, I always got to refer back to my grandfathers when they were coming up. You know, the American dream: go out, get a good job. You could raise a family, work in one job for your life. You could have two cars in the driveway, a family of four or five, and the wife doesn't have to work. And it was like this has been the American dream. Where so go out, get a house, 300,000, college degree, $100,000, $30,000 car, and it's like that's not really the American dream now. But but I had a lot of comments on the post, which was interesting because I like the posts that get people thinking, just getting conversations started. And it's like, how does that American dream differ from what we were taught to as we became adults to what we see now? Like, is it really that important to have the luxuries in life, or is it more important to, hey, financial stability, being able to have a job that you actually enjoy going to? We don't need the latest and greatest. Like, I feel like this keeping up with the Joneses really died off with our millennial generation because nah, we're the most. I'll borrow. I'll mooch off. I'll live in my car for 6 months if I have to. Did you see the article about the people that were living in their cars so they didn't have to have like apartment bills and things like
No.
that? Yeah, it's like a whole movement. I want to say probably
Actually,
out
no. You
west.
know what? I saw a girl that she did a TikTok video or something explaining about her daily routine of how she lives in her car,
Yeah,
and they've got friends that let them shower or do whatever. I mean, I don't. I get it to a certain extent, but I think that we're not. I think we try to show off in other areas. So if you're not paying for rent, either you've got a decent car that you can live in, or it's your clothes or something else. Whatever money that you were using to go that would have gone to rent is not being saved. It's going somewhere else to be flashy.
I don't know, but now I just feel like with I'm seeing a whole new movement now with people just getting more interested in investing and actually looking into stocks and now realizing like, hey, stocks really aren't that hard to get into. It's not that hard to put some money into because people are seeing returns in it. Whether they're buying like we said, I hate Dogecoin, but people are just having fun with, hey, this is what investing is. I put some money here and I can see a return, and actually taking the effort to understand the movement. So I still say our generation, we're not big, not all of us. We're not so much into that. Oh, I need to stunt and show off what I have, but
Yeah.
more so, hey, I'm trying to save a penny here.
I think we're learning later in life. Like, I mean, well, you just started.
Later in life, I'm
Yeah.
only 31. Ain't that far out? What you
Ain't
mean?
far out from
I'm
what?
not that old. I'm still young.
That changes on a daily basis with you.
I'm young enough to know better and old enough to make moves.
Is that your motto now?
Nah, that's not.
Okay.
But
You only got a few more weeks, and you're not going to be 31 no more. So.
yeah, 32 is the new 22. So
No, it is not.
my
It is
knees
not.
say different, but
Exactly. I can't. I wouldn't go back to 22 for nothing.
I would.
Why?
I don't know. Knowing that what I know now, go back to 22.
No.
Yeah.
22 was not a good year. 22 to about 25 was not great.
Well,
But anyways, no. I mean, I think the American dream is still roughly the same as far as we want the nice house, we want the nice car, not necessarily want to work the same job for 20 plus years, because
yeah. Somebody said we're the generation that's just like forget this job if it don't go our way. We're quick to have 4, 5, 6 different jobs before
hmm
30.
and it's the truth. I mean, I can't tell you how many jobs I've had since 16, but I mean, I think for the most part, the same principles still seem to be the same. I would love to not have to work if I don't have to. So,
What would you do if you
I mean,
weren't
I would
working?
do like little side things or something. I'd do the pure romance more often than I'm doing now. But to have to not do a full time job, I'd
Yeah.
be fine with that. But at the same time, I'm working from home now, so it's not that bad. But certain things like that I think are still the same. But for us, for millennials, I think we just want to travel. We don't want to
Yeah.
stay in the same place for too long. We want to have the experiences and be able to still
Hmm.
live a comfortable lifestyle when we get home. So I don't know. Maybe it's different from generation to generation, obviously, but how long? The generation below us, what's theirs? It's just like seems like
I don't
theirs
know.
is
'Cause
more.
these are TikTok kids.
That's what I'm
All they want to
saying.
do is just be on their phones all day and
Well, they want to
make,
get famous from being TikTok people or YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
which I'm not saying aren't necessarily quote unquote real jobs. They're not really giving you benefits as far
But
as
it's like
something like that. But
we were the real world MTV kids. I think like, everybody in my peer group was like, "Yo, I want to grow up. I want to be on MTV. I want to be making the band or something like that." Like that's what our generation
we're the reality
aspired.
show.
Yeah, but now, like you said, the new ones now, the American dream for the new generation is like, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a TikToker.
But it's much easier to get fame doing that stuff than it would be to go on reality shows. Think of some of the stars and stuff that we saw that were on reality shows and what they're doing now. Some of them are, some of them have made it big, whatever. But some of them,
Who?
for the most part, Snooki, she's still doing her
Nah,
thing.
she ain't making big.
Anything from the Jersey Shore, they're still doing their thing.
They still got to do the Jersey Shore just to stay relevant.
Good
I
God,
mean,
Jersey Shore at like 40 years old.
Yeah.
That's not what you should aspire to be. But the TikTok people, all you need is really one video to go viral. Whatever it is. Then you'll make news sites. You'll make
yeah, but
money
the
off of this
longevity
stuff.
off of one viral video, like you said, people's attention span's so quick nowadays that the moment they see it, something else is happening. Look at Gorilla Glue Girl. What's she doing now? Trying to piece her hair back together. Like it was trendy for that brief moment in time, and then.
But then now people are starting to follow her, and somebody tried to make it even into a challenge.
Nah,
So
we're not doing that.
No.
That's the problem with these TikTokers. Everybody's like, and there was another article saying that they need to have a new psychological diagnosis for people that see stuff on TikTok or on social media and try and go back and redo what they've seen, because
That's the monkey
it's
see,
really
monkey do.
it's really a sign of mental health issues at that point, because there's no way in the world I'm looking at somebody super glue their hair together and being like, you know what, that ain't real. Let me try it myself and see if it's facts.
But I don't even think it's people are trying to do it to see if it's real. I think it's just they're doing it to stay relevant. It's more of the fact that, hey, they got this kind of fame off of this. Let me see if it works for me as well. And then a couple of them have. There was one man that super glued his lip to, he super glued a red Solo cup to his lip thinking that it wasn't real. And there was another girl, I think, what did she do? Her eyebrows?
I don't know, there's a lot of goofy
something?
stuff. That's the thing, like when our parents were like, well, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? It's like,
I get it.
why are we all jumping off of bridges?
Why can't we just walk over the bridge? What's wrong with the bridge? What's below? You know, there's so much, all that stuff, like even with like the ride or die, why do I gotta, where are we riding to?
Mm-hmm.
And why do I have to die when I get there? I don't get it. It's just too much unknown for me. But I mean, these, like I said, this younger generation, I think they also think they're invincible. So they're going to do a whole bunch more, I mean, call it for what it is, stupid stuff. Like it's, some of the stuff that they do is just downright stupid, thinking that nothing's going to happen to them. So, you know, it's just a little bit crazy.
But moving into stock talk,
That's your area. Go ahead.
Bitcoin finally broke the $50,000 a token mark.
Why?
Just a lot of push. I think that Tesla tweet with Tesla buying like 1.8 billion tokens of Bitcoin, and then a lot of other companies doing the same or expressing interest. I think that just really pushed it over, because I think now they're actually seeing the benefits of cryptocurrency. So everything that was like attached to crypto companies, whether it be just blockchain companies or other cryptocurrencies, are now just following that same method, and crypto's on the upward trend right now.
Do we have any?
Any Bitcoin? We got a whole coin. We got like a fractional share. Like,
So what does that mean if you have a fractional share? Is it
well, it's like how Robinhood now allows you to buy a fractional share of a company. So
Okay.
if you look at like an Apple or a Disney, or we'll just use Amazon because they're trading for like over $3,000. Instead of being like, all right, I gotta fork over $3,000 of this company, I could buy a fraction of the company. So whether you wanted to put like 10, 20, $100 into it, you would own $100 worth of Amazon, which whatever the fractional amount would be. It wouldn't be a whole share, it would be a fractional share. So that's what a lot of people started doing with Bitcoin. If they didn't own a whole token, they could just buy into it. But the benefit with Bitcoin is it just keeps going up. So even if you would have put like $100 into it when it was around 12,000, by the time it hit 50,000, I don't know what the
See,
math
and that's
is.
what my question is. So, if you only put in a little bit to get a fraction of something, if it pays out more, if it pays out dividends, whatever, do you
No, no,
only
no,
get a
no.
fraction?
You don't get dividends off of crypto.
I'm not talking about crypto. I'm talking about
Oh,
anything.
okay.
Would you get a fraction of that dividend or the earnings? All right, so crypto, if it goes up to 50,000, you only put 100 in. Do you only get a fraction of what it went up, or do you get the you know what I'm saying?
You
The
get
full
whatever.
amount.
No, you get whatever the amount is as it goes up.
Okay.
Because I mean, your fraction is going to stay the same, but as the token rises, you get that amount. But nah, with the stocks, I don't believe that you get a fractional dividend share. I think you have to own the whole stock in order to get the dividend.
To get any
amount.
kind of dividends.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's my question. I'm still trying to understand some of this stuff before I try to jump in and do anything with it.
Just jump in.
I don't know, but if I jump in it, it's gonna be Starbucks. That's gonna
Yeah,
be,
just buy a Starbucks.
what's it going for right now?
$105. Catch it on an off day when it's down to like around 100 or so. Just get you one little Starbucks share.
Is Target? Are they putting?
Yep, they sure are. I made a little money in Target last year.
Might have to look into this. We'll see what's going on. So is that all with stock talk? Anything to look for?
No, I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't
know.
like telling people things because people start messaging me, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And it's like there's so many companies out there that people can invest in. The best advice I can give out is invest in things that you have an interest that you're going to want to follow, because everybody just wants to jump on trends when stuff's already going, as we saw with GameStop.
How is GameStop doing?
No, GameStop's not doing.
Are they back down?
GameStop's like down to $30 a share now.
Dang.
And that's the thing. Everybody was jumping in when GameStop and AMC was trending. It was like, oh yeah, I want to jump in because it's a psychological thing. Like people see it going up, they get excited. They call it the fear of missing out, FOMO. Yeah, and why not? You see people making money. It's exciting. Everybody's talking about it. You're like, I don't want to miss out on the ride. I want to be on there. I want to be on that train. So everybody jumps in, and when everybody starts selling off, we get stuck in a position where you go from $400 one day to $30 next week. So it was all good about a week ago.
Oh,
but
no. We've seen where that's ended up bad for some people. That if you have, I will say this is my personal opinion. If you've got bad anxiety, I would not jump in the stock market because it's not going to help you out any as far as that goes.
But yeah, it goes with risk management and just knowing how much investment you're putting in. Like they always say, don't invest what you aren't afraid to lose. It's like, don't go out and put up $5,000 if you got a mortgage, you got a car payment, you got to buy kids food. Like, only invest the money that you wouldn't mind losing, because
which makes sense.
Yeah.
It's common sense, but common sense ain't so common.
Yeah, I hate to call it a gamble because a lot of times investing in companies that you generally like and know it's going to be around, but I think
it's a smart gamble.
Yeah, it's a smart gamble.
It's a smarter way
investing.
to gamble.
You're holding on to shares of a company with the idea that it's going to go back up or it's going to go up. So I'd rather put my money in stocks than lottery or going to the slot machines and just playing it that way.
Well, you're playing the odds at that point. You're
Yeah,
not really
but
playing.
at least with stocks, I know, hey, I'll own some shares of this. Whether I got to hold it for 5-10 years, but at the end of the day. But not a lot else was moving this week yet because markets was closed on Monday because of President's Day. But Bitcoin right now is
it's a big thing.
It's a big thing.
Well, we'll keep watching it and see. Maybe one day we'll get rich, and you can buy you a share.
No, that might be $100,000. I'm good on that.
You never know.
Yeah, but I just say do your research always. Yeah, I tell people DD, due diligence. Like, the benefits of it now is the moment we get news, we're able to run to our phones or laptops and can do research on companies and see what's their financial statements, what's their CEO like, how much revenue did they make in the past few years, and just find out all the information that we need on them ahead of time instead of being like, oh yeah, this company, it sounds cool. Such and such down the block was talking about this and he said buy in. But yeah, definitely do your research, get familiar with companies, and formulate a plan for why you think this will make money or why you're buying this company instead of just jumping in, just buying stuff because everyone else is saying to buy it.
Well, it's like jumping in a pool when you don't know how to swim, you're gonna drown.
Yeah.
So, entertainment. We got a few different things. Which one do you want to start with?
We can start with that Do Rock series,
Young Rock. Young Rock. If you haven't seen it, it's on ABC.
I believe so.
ABC or NBC,
One
one of the two. If you haven't seen it, it's about The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's supposedly running for president or something.
What year was that?
2032.
Something.
Which
yeah,
I could see it, and I'll definitely vote for him.
Wow, that man could have a skewed platform, and you just claiming your vote for him already.
Yep,
Look at you.
I would.
That's the problem we had this last election. People just voting because such and such was. Look at you. Do your research, DD.
I think he'll be fine. Anyway, so it shows him, obviously the actors portrayed his family that he grew up with, and some of the more prominent wrestlers and stuff that he grew up around, and how he became where he is now. So it's cute. It's a comedy. It's cute little things. Him going to high school and being like 2 times bigger than the people. I'm sure you had that issue.
Nah, I was just tall. I wasn't.
Still works.
Necessarily big.
But no, it's cute though. I like it. I think it'll do well. And then the other one they've got is Keenan, Keenan Thompson from Keenan and Kel. He's got his own little show now.
And Keenan Thompson from Saturday Night Live, from Whataburger. No.
Whataburger?
No, I'm thinking of Richmond. What was the movie called?
Good Burger.
Good Burger.
Where did he start out at? He started out on all that and Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
He didn't start with Saturday Night Live. Worked his way up.
You gotta let people know his resume.
I am, and I started with the beginning.
The longest cast member of Saturday Night Live.
He is. But he
put some respect on that man.
You should have started from the beginning in his Nickelodeon days. Wait, what was it called? It wasn't Saturday Night. Snick at Night, wasn't it? Isn't that what it was? That all that was on.
I guess I don't know.
Snick, Saturday Nickelodeon. Anyway, I was trying to.
What?
You don't remember that?
Nah.
Dang, your childhood sucked. Anyway, so he's got a new show out that he's apparently playing a dad of 2 girls whose mom passed away, and they've got some like uncle, grandpa person.
Well, his brother and then their grandfather all live in the house, helping take care of him.
So it's one of those little funny sitcom things. We'll see how well. Out of the 2, I think Young Rock is better. I mean, that's just my opinion. I thought it was all right. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, two new shows, something new to watch on TV.
We're running out of things.
Yeah, so it should be pretty good. Movies though. Finally got to watch Judas and the Black Messiah, which I didn't realize. I mean, I always heard stories of the Black Panther Party and Fred Hampton and Huey Newton, but to actually be able to see an actual movie on them and just see the work that they were actually doing really opened my eyes. I never realized until recently that they were so young as they were. They said that he was murdered at 21.
21.
Yeah. So to see like all the work that they were doing, just in their community and just trying to unify particular groups of people at that age, just having that wisdom and just being just visionaries, because they would have got started like 15, 16 years old. It puts it in perspective, like, man, what are we out here doing with our lives this old? Like, they was actually out here on stages, moving people, trying to make actual change happen. And it was a great movie. It was done by Ryan Coogler, who does Black Panther, Fruitvale Station.
Did he do? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's already worked with both of those guys, I believe.
Well, Black
Lakeith,
Panther alone.
Yeah, Lakeith and Daniel. I can never say his last name.
I think it's Kayula.
Yeah,
something.
he's from the UK.
A lot of these good actors are. They're British.
But the storyline, the way they just pieced it together and then brought everything home. It's it doesn't necessarily just focus on the character of Fred Hampton, but more so, I guess he would be the antagonist in this situation.
Who he would?
Bill O'Neill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And Yeah, if y'all haven't seen it, check it out. Judas and the Black Messiah. It's on HBO Max.
Or cinema app,
Yeah.
depending on what you have. But it was very good, very, very worth the look. What else we got? Oh, so the new trailer for Cruella just dropped today too with Emma Stone. I like Emma Stone. I think she's a good actress.
Mm-hmm.
So people, what did you say? People are comparing it to like Disney's The Joker, essentially.
Well, that was on Twitter. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, this is Disney's The Joker." I mean, I guess she's the closest thing.
I mean, she is, but I mean, from the trailer, it looks a little bit darker than most of the Disney movies that are about older stories. So, I mean, I know we've already got the live action Dalmatians, whatever. I think this is going to set up for another one because I mean that one's how many years old? It's been a while since we've had a live action 101 Dalmatians, and it was still on the funnier side. I think it's going to take more of a darker turn. And if you start, I'm realizing a lot of these remakes and stuff are starting to do that. So, like I said, Riverdale, same thing. If you read
Riverdale's
the comments,
not Disney.
it's not Disney. I'm not talking about Disney. I'm just talking about some of these remakes that they
Oh.
made live action.
I mean, because I guess
Sabrina
they
the Teenage Witch.
because they're trying to appeal to this new generation, and these new kids are different. They like dark stuff. You know, we were happy and wanted sunshine and rainbows and all that good stuff. These kids now are just like, oh, I'm mad, I'm angry. It's like, why are y'all so angry?
Everybody needs representation.
Yeah, I guess.
But no, I mean, it looks good. It's supposed to come out May. I think the end of May. As of right now, it's that is the end of May. But it looks good. We'll see. I guess it'll probably just be on Walt Disney Plus, obviously.
Yeah, everything's going straight to Disney Plus now. Then they want to charge you on top of your subscription. They want to charge you the fee for watching the movie. How much did they say Mulan was? Was it like $40?
Yeah, Mulan
they
was
were
about
tripping.
$40.
I was like $40.
And they said it wasn't even that good. You have to pay. I think it went like tiers. So I think like when it first came out, it was $40, and then like after a couple months, it was 20. And then after that it was free for anybody who had a subscription for Disney Plus.
I'm waiting on that Black Widow to come out.
They've done pushed it back how many times now?
So we shall see. I mean, we're only 2 months into the new year, so still a lot of movies to hopefully catch up on.
When does Fast and Furious come back out?
They pushed that one back too.
To when? Because it comes out in April.
Yeah, but I'm not sure yet.
What else did we have? We had something else for entertainment, and I don't remember what it was.
That's all I had.
There was something else. I swear there was something else. I don't remember. I put on here too Tik Tok ideas because I don't know what to do with it. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I was hoping to have one up here before today, but obviously that's not going to happen because we have full-time jobs. So I'll have to figure something out to try to do by the weekend, and hopefully, because it seems like we're going to have a couple days in the house, if anything, if something happens with this storm.
I'm going to work. I ain't got no days in the house.
You don't work all day.
Oh. I'm about to ice skate to work.
We'll figure it out. But so the only other thing that I had is I had a couple things that I was going to review for you guys for the product reviews for this week. We don't really have too many with the university right now. We're still running the same designs, the 2 up, 2 down, and the Just a Kid from Virginia is still running strong. We are in the Evolve on Peters Creek. If you go over that way, you'll see our Just a Kid from Virginia hoodies in there. If not, you can always just send us a message on Facebook or just go to the website. So I had a couple new things that I wanted to try out with Pure Romance, because like I said, it's not all sexual products. They are things. It's empowering the mind, body, and
Soul.
I guess. I mean, you could kind of go with soul. But anyways, so this is, if you can see it, I don't know if you'll be able to. It's a pretty light bottle. Anyway, it's called the Healy shower gel and bubble bath. It's infused with lavender and chamomile scent, so it's supposed to just soothe and relax you. You can use it as a bubble bath or a bath gel. I used it as a bubble bath. It was all right. I think I'd like it better as a shower gel, just to see, because it was kind of intense to just sit there for a minute in it, but it was okay. So this is the one that I was really more more excited to try. It's called the Healy Miracle Oil. I'll post pictures or I'll show it later. So basically, what this is used for is it's just to make scars and scrapes, cuts, whatever, when they heal, not leave as much of a scar left. But the one thing that I saw that they said it was good for is also good for eczema and psoriasis. If you saw my video that I posted early in the week, I just kind of did a little synopsis of how I've been for the last 3 or 4 years with my psoriasis, and the different medications and stuff that I've been on, what I'm doing now to try to contain it, and then obviously I've had to switch it since we're trying for kids, so I'm starting to have a little bit more flare-ups than normal. So instead of using, I'm still obviously having to do the injections that I use just because I have to have that, or it's going to get a lot worse. But instead of using the ointment, the medicated ointment that she gave me, I'm going to try to use the Healy oil 1 to 2 times a day, every day, and I'm going to try to do it for 2 weeks before I do another review. So hopefully I'll see some better results with that, let you guys know. But even still, again, this is safe to use on kids, whatever. So if you've got little kids that scrape their knees and whatever, and you don't want it to scar, I'd recommend getting the Healy oil just because it's going to help with that maybe a little bit better than the Neosporin. But that's just my stuff, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. Make sure you're following me on my personal page to see my updates with that. But that's all I've really got for right now. Is there anything else you had?
That's all I have for today.
If you guys have to go out in the storm, just make sure you're being safe. Hopefully, if you don't have to, just stay at home. Stay off the roads. We don't know how bad it's going to be. But if not, you guys have a good weekend, because we probably won't be back until, what, Sunday or next week sometime? But you know how it goes. If you guys want us to talk about something, or if there's something you want to join in on with us, just let us know. And we'll make sure to put it on our next conversation time. You guys have a good night.